is. What's going on, my man?
Hey, and I am at work tonight, of course, but
Are
I'm
you?
always available to you guys, always. This thing is changing lives. So how can I be of assistance?
So, real quick, tell him your background. I'll tell him. He's a microbiologist, for God's sakes, a master's in microbiology. Let's just start there. Pharmacist, okay? Tell him the rest of the story at that point. What you saw and what has happened to you in your world, please.
Basically, long story short, this is my story. Everyone's story and experience is going to be a little bit different, but this is what happened to me. I needed to find out what is matured hop extract. So I went out and I did the due diligence. I did the work. And when I did that, I brought in my dad, who's an internal medicine doctor, my brother, who's an emergency room doctor, and we answered these simple questions. What is matured hop extract and why is it important? We found out that if you are able to extract the mature hop bitter acids, that you can have something that's very bioavailable and that can actually help the body's overall homeostasis. So, boom, we were excited about that. Next thing, no harmful side effects. Okay, how is that possible? 100% natural, only other ingredient, purified water. I started running it in my drug database, and every time it came up with no drug interaction, no drug interaction, no drug interaction. I said, wow, that is unique. I don't see that at all. No clinically significant side effects. Terry mentioned that. I said that means that no one in any of the clinical trials had to drop out because they had a side effect that they experienced that did not let them continue. So that made me feel comfortable that it was safe. The contraindications very limited. We have people even with allergies, even in these categories that are taking the product, but we need to be cautious. And so that's why we just advise caution if you fit into any of those categories. No caffeine, no stimulant, it's vegan free. I said, sign me up. I'm ready to go and try this myself. In addition, once I found out that it was an activator and it activates the vagus nerve, I started talking to other doctors and saying, do we have anything like this? And the answer was no. We were not taught about this in medical school or pharmacy school because it didn't exist. And now we have a way to communicate with all of the different major organs in the body, and that was extremely powerful. Again, I said, what is visceral fat and why is it so important? Terry did a great job explaining that deep fat that surrounds your organs. If you have too much of it, which most of us do, then it can cause all of these different disease states in our body. The number one thing that I see people come to the hospital is because their diabetes, their blood sugar is out of control, their cholesterol is too high, their blood pressure is too high, and they end up having a stroke or a heart attack. If we can reduce our visceral fat, we can save lives. And so traditionally, what we had available to us in the healthcare industry was telling people they had to do one of these six things. But most people never had the time to do this, changing their lifestyle completely. But today, with new breakthrough technology, and I actually got to meet the scientists behind this weekend at the convention, I was able to confirm that pHix can reduce unhealthy cravings, make you feel full longer, all these things that are beneficial to our body, getting us into homeostasis. And so now I've done the research. My beliefometer is through the roof. It went from 100% to 1,000%. And my personal story is that I'm so grateful that I said yes because I was diagnosed with congestive heart failure 7 years ago, as you see it in 2018. And when I started this product on November 16, here's my weight, 208, between 208 and 210. I needed to get healthier myself. I have three beautiful daughters. That's my why. And individual results will vary, but this is what happened to me. And I lost 3 pounds of visceral fat. You see the body fat that I've lost. And I used the free Me 360 app. And as you can see, all of the numbers, except for the fitness index, went up, which means I'm healthier today than I was then. And everything else went down. And I have no more back pain, you guys. I'm off of half the medication with the help of my doctor, my cardiologist, my primary care physician. They all said, what are you doing? We've never seen you this healthy in all of these years. And I am just grateful, you guys, that I said yes, because this is just the beginning. And I hope that you guys do yourself the favor and give this a try. All the research in the world is nice, but until you see it from the inside, it's a whole different story. Thank you, Terry.